Hello, hello. I'm doing kind of an unscheduled live video because I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I saw come up in the group recently and show you something that I'm really excited about. So I have no idea if anybody can hear me. So if you are watching, pop in the comments and let me know if you can hear me. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking. Okay, so a question that was asked a few days ago, and I think, I forget who asked it. Maybe Hannah asked about prepping before pharmacology class. She has like about a week left to prep before pharmacology class starts, and she's getting a lot of advice, and I wanted to pop in with some more advice for her and for anybody else who's prepping for pharmacology, because that's a class that intimidates a lot of students and students tend to struggle with. So going into pharm by just trying to start memorizing drugs is not really going to be the most beneficial use of your time. Plus, it's really boring and you're going to be really burnt out by the time your class starts. But if you look at kind of your foundation concepts that will help you succeed in pharmacology, getting those refreshed, getting those under your belt is what's going to help you the most, so that when you do go to learn about specific drugs, you're not spending as much energy memorizing constantly, but you're more understanding things and things start to make a little bit more sense. So I see a couple of people have joined in. Will you pop in the comments and let me know if you can hear me? Because I tend to just talk and then realize no one can hear me like 20 minutes later. So I'm talking about preparing for pharm in advance. So some things to do for preparing for pharmacology class are the one thing that I would look at if you're gonna like try to memorize something, and it would be pretty easy to do, is get comfortable with or familiar with the drug names, the prefixes, the suffixes, and kind of how different drug classes have these naming conventions. That will help you just be able to quickly like recognize if something is a beta blocker or something like that, right? So doing those drug name prefixes and suffixes, I would recommend that. I do have a free download that has those in it, so I will put a link to that in the comments when I'm done with this, okay? So that's that. I would also review the autonomic nervous system. Many drugs act on the autonomic nervous system, and if you don't understand the ANS, then it's gonna be really hard to understand those medications. So when you have your foundation, you do a lot better. So the autonomic nervous system, the RAS pathway, that will help you a lot. There's quite a few drugs that act on or inhibit or enhance that pathway. And then neurotransmitters, that's another big one. And also like those receptors, all those things, and hormones. So those would be the key things that I would review before pharmacology, rather than just diving into drug cards and starting to memorize things, okay? So I hope that helped. And then the other question that I wanted to pop in and address is somebody asked if the ICU is an appropriate place for a new grad. And I went to the ICU as a new grad, so I found it to be very appropriate, but it's really, really, really dependent on how much training that you will get as a new grad in that environment. So when you're going to those interviews, are they offering special training? Is this like a nurse residency program? How long is your preceptorship? How many preceptors will you have? What's expected of you? How long will you precept on days? How long will you precept on nights before being released on your own? Usually people start out on nights. So to give you some context, I was in a new grad program, brand new to the ICU, and I got almost 6 months of training before I had my very first ever patient that I will never, ever, ever forget. And that felt, I was still terrified. I still looked like I got hit by a truck at the end of the night, but I felt pretty ready, right? I've heard of ICU new grads getting a few months, 2 months, 3 months of training. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. So definitely ask those questions when you're in your interview. Okay, and then I want to show you what I'm real excited about, you guys, and that is, check it out. This is the new version of the Straight A Nursing Planner. that I have been working on for the past several months. So this is going to come to you printed. It has a hard cover. Okay, so check that out. It's a much more durable cover. You can see it's got a really nice gold coil, and it's a little smaller, like dimensions wise, than the previous one, but it didn't really lose any of the functionality. I took out one thing that nobody seemed to use, and just thought this will make it more portable. So excited about this. And let me just see if I can open up to what a weekly page looks like, because it is awesome. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but this is what the weekly spread looks like. And it has the same elements. It still has the nursing facts. Where is that? It still has the nursing fact. It has the space for your lists and your assignments, and then your time blocking. So it's very similar to the other one. It's just about 10,000 times better. So I am super, super excited about it. Pre-sales are going to go up very soon. And once I figure that out, I'll post in here in the group. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and answer a couple questions that I've seen. I want to try to get back to doing this weekly. I used to do it weekly all the time. I used to do it early, well, not early, but somewhat early on Monday mornings. I don't know if that's the best time for me and you. So if you watch this, you can pop into the comments. Maybe I'll take another poll and see like what time would work for people, with my caveat that I'm really trying to not work weekends. Okay, so there's that. So anyway, I will see you soon next week, maybe on Monday, maybe on a different day. Okay, bye.